Hey guys, so I wanted to speak about obedience, and I'm going to be reading a verse from 1 John 2:4. Whoever says, I know him, but does not do what he commands is a liar, and the truth is not in that person. But if anyone obeys his word, love for God is truly made complete in them. This is how we know we are in him. Whoever claims to live in him must live as Jesus did. And it reminded me of what someone said on TikTok. Actually, someone said it's like easy being a Christian but hard being a disciple, which is so true because we throw around the title Christian so easily, like, oh yeah, we're Christian, oh yeah, we're Christian, like I'm a Christian, da da da. But then it's like Christians have such a bad rep on them because it's because of this verse right here. It's because of like sin into the world and people who claim they know Jesus but they do the opposite, like those people who have a verse in their bio, but they do the complete opposite, which is relatable because I used to live like that too. And people would be like, oh, you're a Christian, or like, ah, like you're lukewarm. And I was like, who are you talking to right now, you know? But it's only because they were checking me, and whether they were like a Christian or not, and they would still correct me, and I'd be like, no, it's not your place. But it kind of was, because as Christians, you're also supposed to build each other up. But it really just shows like that there's like a bad stigma around Christians, because it's like Christians are known to judge and be homophobic or that stuff. Like, no, like it's just you don't support the sin, and you just don't support like sinful lifestyles, you know what I'm trying to say, but you still love that person and you still want to help them and build them up. But so many Christians have like on a bad rep because I mean some Christians do judge, and I used to judge. I'd be like, oh, like, but that person does da 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 da, you know, stuff like that. And this verse is just a good reminder, because like what I said earlier, like being a disciple is hard, because being a disciple is way different than being a Christian, unfortunately, because that title is just so you know. But being a disciple, it's like you're truly devoting yourself to God each and every day, every time. Like as soon as you wake up in the morning, you're like, I'm living this day out for God, I am doing it for him. And something that I've been trying to do also is reminding myself every time I wake up is like, how am I glorifying God today? What am I going to do that is glorifying God? Because it also it's just a good reminder for whenever I start my day, so then I know like how I'm glorifying God. Because many times like I want to fall into sin or just things like that, and I'm like, no, like that's not glorifying God, so I'm not going to do that, you know, just little things like that. And this is just a great verse, because I'm going to read it again because it's just so good. I know him, but does not do what he commands is a liar, whoever says that, and the truth is not in that person. Like that is so good. And in a verse in Jeremiah, it says like, people who have a form of godliness but don't possess its power, like that is so true. And it's so sad because that's also how Satan is, if you think about it. Because Satan knows God, Satan knows he exists, but he does everything against it, you know? It's really complicating, because a lot of people think, like, let's say I'm a lukewarmer, okay? And they're like, yeah, but at least I have like some belief in God, rather than an atheist who has no belief in God at all. Well, actually, God says he'll spit lukewarmers, the people who will have one foot in the door being godly and one foot in the door into the partying lifestyle, that he will spit them out of their mouth, out of his mouth. So that's really scary. But it literally just shows that like God would rather someone be atheist than live a double lifestyle, because that's what Satan did. Satan used to be an angel, guys, if you didn't know. He used to be the prettiest angel, and he was a musician, and like probably leaded worship or something up there. And then he had a thought, just a thought, that he could be God too, and bam, banished to hell, fell like lightning and all that stuff. And he knew God, he knows God, he still knows God, yet he still denies him and his power. So just a little something to keep in mind, just a good reminder. And my stepmom said something that was like so profound to me, and she said like, wake up every day thinking like, who am I going to tell Jesus about today? Like who like just praying like, God, allow me to preach your word and get like help someone get saved today, you know. And I think that's such a good thing, so we'll all work on that together, because what she said was amazing. And yeah.